Keeping in mind China's sensitivities and claims over Arunachal Pradesh, the Asian Development Bank has excluded the Northeast Indian state from a vital project titled Northeast Economic Corridor. The project aims at boosting intra-region, that is, Northeast connectivity, and developing multi-modal transport networks to enhance South Asia, Southeast Asia connectivity. While 6 other northeastern states find mention in the project details, but Arunachal Pradesh does not. Exclusion of Arunachal Pradesh by the ADB from its project for the region does not come as any surprise. Back in June 2009, China objected the construction of embankments and irrigation canals in Arunachal Pradesh on the ground that the state was disputed territory. The then Foreign Minister, S M Krishna, had said that China's objection was a violation of the ADB Charter, which expressly states that only economic and viability considerations will drive evaluation and funding of projects by the multilateral lending agency. India had then argued its case before the ADB executive directors, who were representatives of the USA, Japan, Australia, Canada, Indonesia, South Korea, Malaysia, Philippines, Germany and Italy. The impression that India got at that time was that the ADB board had agreed with India's position and have been supported by the US, Japan and other member countries. But however, according to leaked cables from the US Embassy in Beijing, China ultimately prevailed, and the ADB withdrew from the project. Since then, the ADB had also assured China that mistakes which led to the dispute would not be repeated, and the bank will not deal with disputed territories. While China claims parts of Arunachal Pradesh and says the territory is disputed, and India's position is the state is an integral part of the country. After this nasty politics of China, the Indian government said it would fund projects in sensitive areas with its own resources, and indicated it would not apply for funding from international agencies such as the ADB and the World Bank. And the latest Northeast Economic Corridor project also have no exception in the eye of ADB. In the letter to the Union Ministry, ADB's country director for India, Takeo Kanishi, cited a study by the bank that identified 24 growth centers and 20 border centers in Northeast that can drive the growth of the states in the region. The study also identified transport, urban development, and power as the key infrastructure areas that will act as enablers for the equitable development of the region. The study also highlights the potential of Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, and Tripura in many sectors, and lays down a roadmap for developing them. But there is no mention of Arunachal Pradesh and its latent potential. The ADB's preparatory study mentions agriculture, horticulture, tourism and power generation as the key drivers of growth in the region and explores ways to develop these sectors. Arunachal Pradesh has huge untapped potential in all these sectors, and the state's exclusion from the ADB project is, thus, without merit. What India can do about ADB? By late 2009, after it became clear that the ADB had backed off from the project out of fear of China, India accelerate the pace of development, especially infrastructure development, in Arunachal Pradesh, using the country's funds. The Union government initiated a slew of projects, including the 2,407-kilometer-long Trans-Arunachal Highway, connecting the easternmost and westernmost parts of the state. Another major project is the 2,000-kilometer-long Arunachal Frontier Highway that will largely follow the McMahon Line, which forms the border between India and Chinese-occupied Tibet in the Arunachal sector. But work on this mega-project has not been progressing satisfactorily and needs to be quickened. Two more crucial projects, the Arunachal Pradesh East-West Industrial Corridor Highway and the Balakpong-Tawong Rail Link, are also failing to make progress. Those are some other infrastructure and industrial projects in the frontier state. The Government of India needs to fast-track all physical infrastructure and connectivity projects in the state. The Union government must construct airports and helipads to ensure that no part of Arunachal remains cut off from the rest of the region. Accelerating the pace of infrastructure and socio-economic development of the frontier state and matching it with that on the other side of the border would be the best reply and snub to the ADB and China. And also, India should invite the Dalai Lama to the inauguration of at least one of these major projects to bless it. The resultant rants from Beijing will be India's sweet revenge.